Hey guys, it's Kate, and I hope you're having a great day. I'm here with my Baohong paper, my MeiLiang palette, and it's pre-moistened already. And I've got my paper dry right now, but I'm going to spray it to wet it down. And I'm going to make a background, and we're going to do, I think we'll do maybe some stamping or stencils today. So I'm just going to get this moist and spread it out. I'm going to work wet in wet, and I'm going to work with my larger quill brush, and got a little bit of paint in it from another painting I did. So I'm just making sure to get a good amount of moisture on this and pretty evenly distributed. I've also got it resting on another palette behind it, so it's slightly tilted. And I'm going to go into my, let's do cobalt blue. I like that. And just a little bit of cadmium orange. And that's going to make a pretty nice little green color, like a blue-green. And I'm going to dip into some more cobalt blue and just start messing around with this background. And I'm going to go straight into the pan for a few strokes too, just to get some nice rich color on there. And I love how it spreads out on the page. So I'm just dipping in now to some extra color. I'm going to rinse my brush a little bit and maybe go back into that cad orange and dot a little bit in here and there, just like that. Maybe put a little bit up there. And I love that brightness that it adds. It's pretty nice. All right. Let me put some more blue over on this side. Maybe dot a little bit into the orange. Why not? And let that spread out. I'm going to get a little bit more orange over on this side. And I just love how the moisture carries the paint on this paper. It's got a lot of smooth blending, and it's just really beautiful. And I like having that brightness on the page too. And then go more into some blue and really get some darkness on here. And going back over some of the colors where I was already, and just really strengthen that a bit. Not everywhere, but around some of these orange spots and where I want to add a little bit more contrast. Yeah. Now let's bring back some more of this green. And I'm just going to kind of dot that in a few spaces here. There we go. I just love that spread. It's fantastic. I'm going to get a bit of a three-tone going on here, but I'm only using two colors. All right. You know what I think we might be able to use? I haven't dipped into my alcohol in a little while. Let's put some droplets on here. That's nice. All right, I'm going to let this dry and I'll be back. All right, I'm back and I'm dry, and I grabbed a stencil here and my Distress archival ink. This is the color Faded Jeans, and I grabbed my blending tool and a stencil. This is just some spirals, and I'm going to put this over my paper and go over it pretty lightly and just get a little bit of a pattern into my page. And I'm going to go off the edge of the painting and bring it in. And I'm not going to try to get too dark with it. I want to add some texture, but not a ton of contrast. But we'll see how it looks when I pull up my stencil once I'm done. And I'm just kind of going diagonally across the paper. And I think that looks really neat. I'm going to hold it up so you can see it closer. And some of the spots are darker than others, but it just adds kind of a nice little sort of background pattern. So I'm going to start there. Put my lid back on. Okay, I think next I'm going to grab my Paradise Teal and that blending tool. And I found this stencil with some flowers and greenery on it. And I think that will look really cute. So I'm just going to get out my other blending tool, and I'm going to kind of put them right here in the corner area where the pattern starts coming across, and I think I like that. And I'm going to put the bottoms of the flowers also a little bit outside of the painting. And I'm not going to cover the whole stencil, mostly just these 3 flowers and some of the surrounding greenery. I'm going to make sure to get a decent coat on here so that I have plenty of contrast on this one. And then we'll be able to see how it looks. And I'm just going over it pretty well. And I think that looks nice. I might put just a little bit over here as well. And I'm going to go up the side with this other little greenery group, but I'm not going to put more flowers over here. Oh, I love that. Okay. Let me see. I might try to add just a little bit more color on here, and I think I've got it lined up well. So I'm going to go over this again and just make sure I have great coverage. Yeah, I like that much better. I've got a good amount of contrast. So I'm going to put this on over it again. Make sure I'm lined up. And I'm going to put some more on these leaves. I really want to get it nice and dark so it really pops off the background. Perfect. Okay, next I'm going to grab my fine liner with the 0.1 tip, and I'm going to do some of my favorite scripting. So I'm going to be basically scribbling like I'm writing something, but it's not actually going to say anything. It's just going to look like something faded on the page. And I'm also going to bring this down below the painting as well. I really liked that look on one of those videos I did before, and it just was really pretty to me. So I'm going to do it again. Yeah. And then I'm going to come up the side here. Put some more down that side. Maybe add a 3rd line here. There, and we got some good writing going on. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to grab my quill brush, go and activate this gold in my pan, and I'm going to get a good brush load so I can add just some nice gold splashes on my page, just like this. And I'm going to be heavier down here by the bottom of the flowers. Just like that. Now I think we need some white for some extra contrast, so I'm going to grab my my jelly roll, I think. Yeah. I'm just going to add some simple dots. And maybe I'll make some bigger ones. And I'm going to concentrate them a little bit around my flowers so that your eye is drawn to them more. So I'm kind of making some thicker dots. I'm going to have them just kind of come up this way and scatter them somewhat randomly, but staying in this general area. I love the texture on this page. There's a lot going on. I might add just a few over here as well. That way we can also have these kind of as a backup thing to look at. But now I'm just going to dot my pen right here on the page. And make a few larger ones. I love this. Okay, I think we're good. This is pretty to me. And we've got some stamping, some ink, some fake writing. You can imagine I just wrote the best poetry of my life. And I love that watercolor background with those circles on top. So, gotta love the stencils. And there's that sparkly gold that's starting to dry on there. And that's pretty too. I hope you enjoyed this video today and grabbed your watercolors too. There's just so much you can do with just a few minutes of time and a little bit of creativity. So I hope you try this on your own, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep creating.